Alright, ladies and gentlemen, MrSotko here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about an exit scam and then why the Verge partnership did not work out so good and why it's really not going to without some kind of significant change. But first and foremost, we'll talk about this, and then we have a little bonus news article to talk about as well. The founders of cryptocurrency startup SaveDroid appear to have exit scammed investors following the conclusion of its initial coin offering, which is not entirely unusual. This pretty much happens once a week or once every few days at this point. So I think a lot of regulation, or at least some kind of something needs to be done with ICOs, because they are just constantly gathering millions of dollars and then just disappearing into the nether, and then rarely, 9 out of 10 times, nobody ever gets caught, nothing ever happens. So on Wednesday, the website for the German company unexpectedly went offline and has since been replaced by a single image, the "and it's gone" meme, which originated with South Park. So in case investors still did not get the message, Yasan Hankir, the project's founder and CEO, published a Twitter post that showed him in an airport and later on a beach holding a beer. "Thanks, guys," the tweet says, "over and out. Hashtag SaveDroid ICO," he wrote. So this is one of two things. This is either a real exit scam, or it is a sort of a twisted, sick, elaborate scheme for PR, public relations scheme of some sort, and they're just drawing a bunch of attention to themselves, and then maybe in a day or two they'll be like, "Nah, we were just kidding. Here are all your coins," which kind of would be funny, but at the same time, by the time they do that, police maybe have been called on these people. Maybe Interpol is looking for them because they do know where this picture was taken. People have tracked that down. So according to German language business news outlet Wirtschaftswoche, I don't know if that's if I said that correctly, Wirtschaftswoche, I don't know. The SaveDroid is estimated to have raised 40 million euros, which is about $50 million, to its ICO as well as external funding. Reportedly, the company was building a savings app that would use artificial intelligence to help users automatically invest in curated portfolios in cryptocurrencies and related derivatives. SaveDroid also said that it would produce a cryptocurrency-funded credit card, a claim that has been proven to be quite common among ICOs that later turn out to be scams. Just like, what was it, Centra, I think, tried that. Also, another Bitcoin scam lately was Bitcoin 2Gen with 2 eyes, and it was Steven Seagal was promoting it, and then after the ICO ended, they said, "Hey, we're exiting," and they just took off with all the money and whatever they got out of it. So that's amazing. So moving on to this one, it says, "We tracked SaveDroid and need your help." So they talk about the exit scam here, and SaveDroid was supposed to be building an AI for crypto saving and investing along with a credit card. Here's a photo of their offices in, I think, Frankfurt. Posted a number of these and speculated that it's possibly a PR stunt, although to what end? So Yasin Hankir also posted a farewell message to the people he scammed out of 50 million, showing him a hint at an airport, and then toasting his newfound wealth with a beer at a beach. So, dumb move. A combination of an Egyptian beer, a distinctive backdrop, and a bunch of time looking at resort photos helped us eventually track down the location. So these are the coordinates here. So it's Movenpick Resort on the Red Sea in Al Qasir, if I said that right. Not really sure. So here's a photo taken by Google Maps user. It's clearly the same location as the Twitter posted on Yasin Hankir. And here's the resort promo shot. So we tried to track down the photos on the tweets that Hankir sent, but they did not seem to have been drawn from the internet, leading us to believe that they were in fact real. So we need you to call every town, hotel town in the town. And if you're in Egypt, a call to the police with a tip. If you could do anything to help find him, get on our Telegram channel and keep us posted, and we'll update this post as often as it takes to catch the guy. So on our Telegram group is here, so you can click on that if you want. Let us know if you get anywhere, even if it's a dead end, so that others don't have to do it. What are the chances he's really there? We don't know, but at least we have something to work with and figure it's worth a shot. 50 million is a lot of money and another slap in the face for the crypto community that works hard to be real. So, and by the way, if you hear my boy in the background, he's just, he's having fun watching a movie. Sometimes screams at the movie for no apparent reason. He gets excited, doesn't know how to let it out. So, yeah, one of two things: either a PR stunt or this is an actual exit scam. So I will keep you guys updated on this when there are more newsies coming out. I don't know, like that play, the newsies? I don't know, whatever. So this one's kind of interesting. I'll probably just skim through this, though, real quick. So unpacking the 5 biggest cryptocurrency scams. So since Bitcoin's inception in 2009, people have been increasingly enamored at the idea of the blockchain technology. Over time, developers and business minds began creating their own solutions with this decentralized ledger technology. This led to the development of Ethereum and other virtual currencies, with the former in part responsible for a boom in initial coin offerings in 2017. As an ICO is essentially a round of public funding and is typically launched by a tech startup which sells in-house cryptocurrency tokens to prospective investors. These investors buy tokens in the hopes that the company will launch its product and the tokens will grow in value. So Pincoin and iFan, the most recent large-scale ICO scam, grabbed headlines in April. 2 ICOs run by the same company operating out of Vietnam are believed to have swindled around 32,000 investors out of a combined 660 million. And then there's OneCoin. OneCoin is the subject of a number of investigations over the past 18 months, officially labeled as a clear Ponzi scheme in India. In July 2017, it was fined 2.5 million by Italian authorities 2 months later. And Cointelegraph has previously warned readers to stay clear of the operation, as OneCoin does not even operate a legitimate decentralized cryptocurrency. Furthermore, it does not have a public ledger, and its Bulgarian offices were raided in January, with servers seized by authorities as international investigations and court cases continue against the company. And, you know, over $30 million are seized by Chinese authorities investigating the OneCoin operation, so all kinds of money being seized from them because they're not real. Yes. BitConnect. So, long accused of being a Ponzi scheme, BitConnect discontinued operations in January in the wake of a cease and desist order from 2 American financial regulators. Users exchanged Bitcoin for BitConnect tokens on the BitConnect platform launched in January and were promised astronomical returns on their investments. Furthermore, the company ran a lending program where users lent BCC out to other users to make interest depending on how much BCC they lent on the platform. There was also a typical Ponzi scheme referral program. So, I mean, this came out all the way in January 2017, when Litecoin was probably about $4, when Bitcoin was $800 to $1,000, and it ran until, when did it go down? I think in November or December, something like that. This actually ran for a long time. So if you actually got in January and then got all your coins out by then, you actually were okay. But most people, its popularity was sort of growing, and it sort of grew to a point just before it went down where nobody can get their money out, because the way those lending coins work is that when you lend, let's say $1,000 in crypto, you can't actually get that crypto out until 200 or 300 days or something like that. So it's not like, users could have actually just exited when they wanted to. They couldn't do it, and they just had to wait for dividends to come in and then get those out. So everybody was screwed by that time. Plexcoin, this particular ICO, was nipped in the bud in December 2017 after being labeled a typical return on investment Ponzi scheme. Plexcore was promising investors over 1,300% return on the investment per month before the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission ordered the company to stop operations. So over $15 million had been raised during the ICO. Luckily, all the funds were frozen by the SEC. To a 1,300% return per month. Come on, people. Centratech, having been endorsed by the likes of Floyd Mayweather and DJ Khaled, Centratech was thrust into the spotlight for a supposed Visa and MasterCard debit card service that would allow users to convert cryptocurrencies to fiat. And 2 of the founders have been since arrested on fraud charges relating to the ICO, which raised about $32 million. And so nobody got anything out of that either. So now I want to talk about Verge. And I know I'm almost beating a dead horse with a large stick at this point, but it's not over yet. So Verge, I mean, it was a huge thing that everybody was just pouring money into this random coin. And mind you, admittedly, it has a good name, Verge. It's such a great name, right? But that doesn't make a good cryptocurrency, but it does get people to buy your crypto. And with all of their constant hype, it turns out that it wasn't really that great. And this article here is extremely well written, and it really sums it up to a T. However, there are still a lot of things that are very uncertain in the Verge world, if you will. Like, why did they have so much donations? What did they use those donations for? Was it to just simply pay MindGeek so that they could pay for all the advertisements and the big truck that they took to Wall Street? Yes, they took a Wall Street truck. They took a truck to Wall Street, said Pornhub on it, now with Verge or something like that, and that literally. So they probably just used all of that money on advertisement and whatever and pizza that was supposed to be used for real things, although pizza's pretty good. I wouldn't mind that. You guys can have your pizza. But it was supposed to be used for real things. And, like, where is it? Why was it transferred to Binance? To get money to pay for advertising? They never said. And so there's just so many holes all over the place in Verge that Verge fans are just sort of weaving around. And I'm trying to be objective here. And I only like a crypto if it really convinces me that it's good. However, I don't let myself be convinced by something that is good that has huge flaws in it. Other than Bitcoin, I suppose. I'm just because Bitcoin is the main deal and everything revolves around Bitcoin at this point in time. But anyway, so let's get into this. So I'll let somebody else point out the very few people pay for porn to begin with. Honestly, who does? Seriously, there's Google. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, there's Google. You know, I mean, come on, guys. It's not too hard. Very optimistically, let's say 1 in 10 PH users for Pornhub. So within that group, there's going to be a small pool that own Bitcoin, and much fewer people that have the technical ability how to use exchanges and wallets. Okay, so out of those 1 in 10 users that actually pay, and it's probably even less than that. It's probably like 1 in 1,000 or 1 in 100 at least. How many of those 1 in 100 or 1 in 1,000 actually use Bitcoin? So that's a good point. So a raw crypto checkout option is not a product. It's not a product. One that is basically a credit card funnel through pro biller coin payments is even less of a crypto checkout option, which is what they did. This is a glorified extra long credit card checkout option in disguise, where you still have to create a username and tie it to an email address. So no email, no checkout. Think about it. Let's say I'm your average college hornball, and I want to get a PH subscription, exit the matrix, and walk through the steps of a normal human being just trying to use this bold new internet. So the first step, spend 3 days feverishly researching how to use a wallet. Because if you've never used a crypto wallet, if you've never used crypto before, you might, I don't know about 3 days, but you have to research all this stuff. Sign up for a Coinbase account where I likely can't use a credit card. Pay my bank a crazy fee to transfer money, if you even can, to Coinbase. Wait literally days later to jerk it in the future. Sign up for a Binance account or some other exchange. Set up 2FA after completing an intro course in computer science. Trade my coins to Verge. Move Verge to Pornhub through their cryptic checkout option, ProBiller, which then sends you to coin payments. No redirect into your account. Apparently wait for an email to confirm the transaction. An email confirmation so that ties you to something, so it's not actually anonymous. Verge, that's not anonymity. If I have to tie my email to something, that's not anonymous. What's going on? Sure, I can kind of try and create one, but it doesn't make sense. So imagine trying to do all that from a smartphone. No way. Yep, it's not going to happen. So consider this checkout flow instead. Let's buy porn. So, do you already own Verge? Yes or no? So, here's our wallet address and a QR code on standby to let you confirms it, and you're in. Here's your randomly generated user pass to recover, and here's a 12-word recovery phrase. So, no, you'll first need a wallet. Let's install one, mobile or desktop, and the wallet uses an API to a fiat processor instead of this madness they implemented. It's not that hard, people. I said it before, and I said it again. The user experience is the product. Verge, Pornhub have no product. What they built is a tiny pinhole to crawl through, and it means nothing for adoption. Adoption starts when using crypto requires no explanation. Said this on my channel numerous times. It's not, we have a long way to go in crypto. Until your grandma can use it, until all it takes is a credit card to swipe, and you have your crypto, and easy, and no way to put in a wrong number on a wallet so that it sends it to the abyss and you lose all your coins. No way to send the wrong currency to the wrong wallet to lose your coins. We have a long way to go. So, had Verge focused on usability instead of this incredibly expensive stunt, there would be more volume and more integrations without having to throw crowdfunded money at a site to add them. It's not going to last. There is no substitute or shortcut towards building a good user experience. You have to sit down with real people. Instead, we have this awkward moment where early Verge investors feel misled, if not embarrassed, to forcefully have their portfolios thrown into the porn business. So let's take a look at this. Oh, we went up just a scotch here, but it has thrashed the price from where it was. This partnership did nothing good. Again, we still have the future to check out and see what happens, to Verge in the future. But I think this article here was really, really well written, or this Reddit post rather, in the sense that this is incredibly complicated, right? If I want to go to PH and pay for a subscription or the awesome service, whatever. If I'm going to go there and pay, I'm just going to bust out my credit card, right? That's going to be so much easier, right? Why should I have to actually find some way to go to an exchange, buy Verge, then ship it to, that just adds a ton of extra to my experience here. So we have a long way to go in terms of crypto innovation, because now, instead of having to bust out my credit card, typing in the numbers, right, now I got my subscription. Now I have to actually go and buy Verge. If I want to do it with my Verge, now I have to go to my wallet, bring up my wallet, then send it to theirs, then get it verified, then do an email verification. Why? It's so pointless. It boggles my mind. So, again, I just can't say it enough. We have a long way to go. We have a long way to go until your grandma can use it, until you can't just send coins to the wrong wallet or to a wrong address or something like that, lose them permanently, not be able to get them back. There's just horror story after horror story after horror story with wallets. Most people, I agree, 90+% people can use a wallet just fine in crypto. I can use a wallet just fine. I hope most of my viewers can use a wallet just fine. But there's always those people out there that cannot do something properly, right? That's exactly the reason why we have toasters with do not use toaster oven in the bathtub, right? Because somebody somewhere along the line decided, hey, I know I can speed up my day by taking a bath and cooking my toast and eggs at the same time. And then they electrocuted themselves and their family sued them because there was no warning, right? So we need things to be a lot easier to use. Maybe that was a bad example, but you can make up your own example and be like, now I get it. Just insert your own, whatever you can think of. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as usual, I will see you guys next time.